Hello, and thank you for joining and viewing again. When the holidays come upon us, we like to think it's a time for celebration, and it is, and it can be. But when you've lost someone, it can be extremely difficult. And I know I touched on this previously, and I just want to use this video to help others who may be entering into the secondary losses of losing someone. Because you have that primary loss of the person themselves, and then you have the secondary losses of secondary and then some, right? Of what you may have shared with them at these special times. It may be a family tradition. It may be a certain meal you all cooked together, ate together. It may be certain things that you did, activities you participated in as a family. That is forever changed. It is forever different. So it can be extremely hard to want to celebrate the holidays at all. And they don't become so much of a celebration as more of a remembrance. And for me right now, that remembrance is extremely difficult, because it's not only a remembrance of what you shared, what I shared, what Willow and Jeb shared, what Jesse's friends shared with him during the holidays. You don't just lose what you shared, you also remember what you shared, what you don't get to share anymore, and also remember what happened to Jesse. And again, this is why I say it's a little different when it's a child, but it's also different depending on how you lose someone. In my case, our case, Jesse's case, it's a traumatic, awful tragedy. So you're also remembering that, particularly since we are still in the process of the civil suit. It continues that whole process of trying to come to terms with everything, to appropriately and sufficiently go through a more formal grief process, because you never stop grieving, right? That's something I've said and others say. It's lifelong. But particularly at this time of year, particularly at holiday times, their birthday. So if you know someone who's going through this, you are someone who's going through grief, experiencing it, give yourself grace, give them grace. It's okay to say no to certain gatherings, to doing things that you used to do that you just aren't ready to do again yet, or just don't want to do. It's okay to say no. Make sure you give yourself the space and time to absorb it all, to try to take in the good that you can without letting the darkness of the loss take over. And make sure that as I've said before, the loved ones that you have with you still. And loved ones aren't just family, they're friends as well, right? Anyone that you hold near and dear, make sure that you appreciate them. And make sure you let them know that. Even though it's fun to give gifts and whatnot, the gift of life and love is most important. Thank you.